wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Season Week 17 is underway. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First down, Seattle.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
Wilson.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Never ideal conditions in the snow for a kicker, but the first test on the opening drive, he passed it.
He certainly did. You know what the unit told me was their biggest issue playing in the snow? You just worry about something getting in your eye as the ball is snapped, and then you might miss it, and there goes 3 points off the board.
Now it's Gould after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Dorsett on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset, because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6. And the Seahawks first down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
On the pickup.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try to run with Carson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
On 2nd down. It's Carson, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This is Mostert. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for...
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Coleman, the ball carrier.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on first down. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's second down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Seattle.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson, and he finds Penny. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. Second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again. Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Now Myers for the extra point. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. 13 yards remaining on second down. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Benson Mayowa drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Dorsett on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, we got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down right at the
Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former 2nd-round pick out of Alabama. That's why he was drafted, but he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
3rd down and 12.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
6-yard pickup. Brings up
when you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw again on second down. Wilson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Seahawks 12.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Wilson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now it's Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches. If someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get out to the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
His own 5-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 95 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone. You think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 81 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 31.
In this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Mostert, the ball carrier. He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
The kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Taken down by Bobby.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you can